So there's an issue that was actually brought to my attention by Crouten T, who normally is not a fan of Muslims immigrating to the West, but in this case, for some reason, there's an exception. Don't understand that. Maybe he can clarify that for me later, but I don't really give a shit about that right now. What I'm concerned about is this Dina Ali Lasloom. She is a Saudi Arabian woman who left Saudi Arabia, fleeing from her abusive family. She made it to the Philippines, where she talked to some other people about what she was doing, how she was escaping her life in Saudi Arabia, going to Australia to seek political asylum. And I guess some of the people she talked to went and spouted it off on Twitter, and the Philippine authorities got wind of it, and they seized her passport, and they're sending her back to Saudi Arabia to repatriate her. She's likely in Saudi Arabia to be honor killed, or at the very least horribly punished, subject to probably some forms of torture or whatever. So this is a girl who grew up in an oppressive country where she was abused by her family, and the abuse that she suffered was totally acceptable in the context of the culture that she lives in. And she's trying to flee from that country. She's trying to get the fuck out. And she's being stopped from doing that. And everyone's really upset about this. And some people have even confronted the SJWs, the feminists of the internet, saying, you know, because they've been remarkably silent on it. Here's a case of a woman trying to seek freedom, trying to seek empowerment, trying to escape a patriarchy, and they're completely silent on it. They have nothing to say about the issue whatsoever. So some people, they were asked, guys, you claim to be for women's rights, you claim to be for equality, you claim to be against patriarchy. Well, here is a woman who is trying to not even exercise her rights, but trying to seek a land where her rights are actually acknowledged. And you're not saying anything about it. You're just totally silent on the issue. Why is that? And the reason why, at least in the case of Steve Shives and Kat Black, is me. Go fucking figure. Me, who hadn't even heard about this story until a couple hours ago, but apparently they said, we're not going to support this because the skeptic community supports it, and the skeptic community includes people like the Amazing Atheist. They didn't say me by name, but they said rape apologists with over 1 million subscribers. So let me get this straight. Because you don't like my content, you're okay with this girl being killed or beaten, or at the very least being returned to a home environment where she is subjugated and subjected to cruelty and inhumanity and has no fucking civil rights whatsoever. I even saw one privileged white feminist be like, yeah, well, these skeptics, they talk about how women are oppressed in Saudi Arabia, but what they don't realize is women are oppressed all over the world. I'm sorry, but you are not oppressed, first of all. And even if you are in some way oppressed, you're not oppressed to anywhere near the extent of Dina Ali Lasloom. You're just not. You're living in a fucking fantasy. You're living in a fucking delusion. I've retweeted a petition on my Twitter. I think it's a futile petition, but I was asked to retweet it, and I saw no reason not to oblige, asking the Trump administration to get involved, asking the Trump administration to intercede on Dina's behalf. Now, I don't think Trump gives a fuck about Dina. I don't think he gives a fuck. He's anti-Muslim immigrant. And in fact, most of the people now championing this girl are traditionally anti-Muslim immigrant, but for some reason, this time around, it's different. I don't know. Maybe because they're just emotionally moved by this girl's story. Maybe it's just for them an opportunity to point out the hypocrisy of SJWs. I don't know why this girl is being singled out for, immigrants are dog shit, but this one girl, she's so pure, so wonderful. Don't understand the cognitive dissonance there. All I know is that I don't give a fuck about Steve Shives' hang-ups or Cat Black's hang-ups. I don't give a fuck if the motivations of the anti-SJW crowd and the pro-Trump crowd are impure. I don't care about any of that. All I care about is, here's a girl trying to escape from oppression. She made it out of Saudi Arabia somehow, made it to the Philippines. She's trying to get to Australia where she can be free, where she can seek asylum, where she can restart her life as an independent woman with civil liberties, and she's not being allowed to do it. So I don't care what your fucking motive is there. I don't care what your agenda is there. The only agenda that really matters is the agenda of getting that girl to fucking Australia so that she can be free. And I don't have any naivete when it comes to this subject. I don't believe for a second that me making this video does a goddamn thing to help that girl, but who knows? Maybe I can raise some awareness. The hashtag is, I believe it's Save Dina Ali. Yes, it is. It's hashtag Save Dina Ali. I'll put a fucking graphic or some bullshit down here. You could see that. If you want to learn more about the story, go ahead and Google it. Go ahead and look at the various social media responding to it. It's just a remarkable story. Can't believe the strange hypocrisy I see on both sides of it, but don't really give a shit. That's not what matters. All right? I'm TJ Kirk. Fuck you. Actually, no, I don't want to end like that. I want to be nice. I'm TJ Kirk. Peace the fuck out. This is TJ Kirk letting you know that you should follow my social media. You should donate to my Patreon, become a patron. It's not just giving me money. You get some shit in return. Check out all the perks and stuff. I have T-shirts available. You can buy those shirts. They're pretty cool. I got the Edgelord shirt. I got the Murder is Bad shirt. I got the what else do I have? I have another shirt. I got the Skull shirt, Skull TJ shirt. Also, going to be offering up some new shirts pretty soon, so be sure to check that link down there. And yep, that's it, man. I'm just fucking going to kill myself now. See you later. I'm not going to kill myself. Don't kill yourself. Suicide's bad.
Little by little, piece by piece, I take back what's been stolen from me. Little by little, piece by piece, until I'm complete.